Very good afternoon. You're watching Rajya Sabha News with me, Ashwarya. Here are the headlines first. Rajya Sabha passes the Ayurveda Teaching and Research Institute Bill 2020. Many members underscore need to tackle the problem of quackery in the field. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu requests the Health Minister to consider setting up an Ayurveda Research Institute in every state. Upper House holds discussion on the Health Minister's statement regarding the COVID-19 pandemic and steps taken by the government on it. From the public health system to the administration's response, members cover various aspects of the outbreak across the country. Many issues of public importance are raised through zero-hour submissions. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu directs government to check the veracity of allegations that a China-linked company is monitoring prominent Indians and organizations. Parliament on Wednesday approved the Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda Bill 2020 on Wednesday after the upper house passed it. Lok Sabha had passed the bill in the previous budget session. Now, this bill paves the way for the establishment of an Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda in Jamnagar. Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan, who piloted the bill in the Lok Sabha, said that it was a big initiative to take Ayurveda to international platform. He also asserted that special emphasis will be placed on research in the field for better recognition and acceptance across the world.
Sir, on every parameter, we can most objectively certify and say that right now, this is probably the #1 institution which deserves this status. I can only say, sir, that it is a very humble beginning. So I'm sure once we make this humble beginning with one institution, which will catch the attention of the international community also because of the work that it is already doing, which has got international recognition in so many fields, this will make a very good beginning for other institutions to grow up in their stature so that they can later on in future be considered by the Parliament for giving the stature.
The bill provides for conglomerating the cluster of Ayurveda institutes at Gujarat Ayurveda University campus, Jamnagar, Institute for Postgraduate Teaching and Research in Ayurveda, Shri Gulab Kumbh Verba Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, and Institute of Ayurveda Pharmaceutical Sciences, including Pharmacy Unit. The Institute of National Importance will be a center to promote quality and excellence in education, research and training in the field of Ayurveda and allied disciplines. And cutting across the party lines, members participated in the discussion and several members underscored the need to address the quackery in the Ayurvedic sector and demanded that such an institute should be established in each state in the country.
I believe, and I think the House also believes, that the Institute of National Importance can only be declared and designated based on their deeds and performance, and it cannot be designated just based on the will of the government, sir. Said this bill completely contradicts para 20.5 of National Education Policy of the same government. As in the said para of that National Education Policy, it is said that within 2030 there will be a complete mixopathy. No individual system will be of medicine will be existing anymore.
सभापति जी, 1920-21 का जो बजट है स्वास्थ्य विभाग का, वो 65,011 करोड़ का है संपूर्ण बजट। हालांकि विभाग ने मांग की थी 1,17,191 करोड़ की, लेकिन उसमें लगभग 45% कम ही अलॉट किया था माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी ने स्वास्थ्य विभाग को। अब प्रश्न ये है कि जब पूरा बजट 65,000 करोड़ का है तो ये आत्मनिर्भर स्वस्थ भारत योजना के लिए आप 65,560 करोड़ कहां से लाएंगे, किस मद से? क्या ये भी एक तरीके का जुमला है?
This is not the first time. It has become a regular practice with this government, because earlier when we had 3 universities, private universities, we had given this eminence, national eminence, to an institution which did not start also. We raised an objection at that time. So what I am objecting to is not against the institute merging of 3 into a national institutes or institutes of prominence, but this kind of practice should go. There should have to be some kind of a standard protocol available to you, the criteria as to how you are making institutes of national eminence. Any move that focuses on research and education, particularly in the field of traditional knowledge, which played immense role in the past, sustaining human life and science of life for ages.
And Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu requested the Health Minister to consider the demand to set up an Ayurveda Research Institute in every state of the country.
Honourable Minister, there is a demand for setting up a research institute of Ayurveda in every state. Please keep that in mind. No, really, you observed every member was saying that shows the importance of the subject as well as their interest in this traditional. Every state for that matter. I don't want to take your time. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Bengal. Every state has got its own speciality.
And our colleague Kriti Mishra is now joining us live from the national capital for more updates. Kriti, very good afternoon. So Rajya Sabha has passed the Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda Bill 2020 that of course seeks to merge 3 institutes into one integrated center, and also that will be instrumental for the promotion of quality and excellence in education in Ayurveda. Tell us more about this bill that has been passed today.
Well, absolutely, Aishwarya. Now today Parliament has passed this important bill. Remember, this bill has already been passed by the Lok Sabha in the earlier budget session of Parliament. Now, as far as the bill is concerned, remember that Ayurveda is being largely accepted across the globe. Now, there was this need to have global standards for Ayurveda, and the focus in this particular bill is on research, and also the institutes would be accorded national importance. So, in fact, today when Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan was piloting this bill, he also underscored the need for uniformity in terms of the standards. So that would be the focus in this institute in research, and also to take it to the global platforms. Now, you've heard that all the members had underscored that each state should have this kind of institute, and also the members requested the Health Minister to ensure that there's no quackery in this field. So a very important bill that was passed by the Rajya Sabha today, and with that, Parliament has passed this important bill. Aishwarya?
Right, and Kriti, we also saw a very productive discussion on COVID-19 pandemic, and this coming on a day when India has surpassed the 5 million coronavirus cases. There has been a spike that is being witnessed. So tell us more about this discussion that was held in the Rajya Sabha today.
Well, Aishwarya, if you recall, yesterday, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan made an erudite statement in the House. It was an elaborate statement mentioning and enumerating all the steps that the government had taken to combat this pandemic, and also the strategy to combat COVID-19 pandemic. Now, today, members cutting across party lines made their submissions, sought clarifications from the government, and also gave certain suggestions. So the members also talk about the infrastructure, the health infrastructure in the country, the lockdown period, and also about the vaccine that is expected. So a detailed discussion took place. Now, the time allotted was around 4 hours, and we saw the discussion that was initiated at 11 o'clock, continued till 1 o'clock. It is expected that it will resume tomorrow, and thereafter, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan will assuage the concerns of the members on COVID-19 pandemic. So a very important discussion there in the Rajya Sabha on COVID-19. Aishwarya?
Indeed, a very important discussion in the Rajya Sabha on COVID-19 situation, and of course another important remark was made in the Rajya Sabha was about a media report about China monitoring in some Indians and some organizations. So that was also a very important thing that was seen in the Rajya Sabha. Thank you so much, Kriti, for all those updates on Parliament. Thank you so much. So, as Kriti was telling us, the Rajya Sabha held a discussion on the statement made by Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan on Tuesday regarding the COVID-19 pandemic and also the steps taken by the government on it. And initiating the discussion, Congress MP Anand Sharma urged the government to speak to the states about improving the public health system. BJP member Vinay Sahasrabudhe said that chief ministers were consulted numerous times during the decision-making process and also the implementation of the lockdown. Members across party lines took part in the discussion. Let's take a listen.
शुरू में ना डॉक्टर्स को ना नर्सेज पैरामेडिक्स को इसके बारे में पूरा ज्ञान था और वो उन लोगों ने भी अपने संघर्ष किया है, उनमें से भी बहुत लोग मारे गए हैं। समाज में ऐसा भय था। उपसभापति महोदय, बड़े बड़े लोग इस देश में और दुनिया में जो इसका शिकार हुए चले गए, ऐसे वाकया कि शहर और गांव उनका अंतिम संस्कार नहीं करने देते थे, हमारे देश के कई हिस्सों में हुआ। और जो डॉक्टर और हमारे नर्सेस जो खुद अपनी जान हथेली पे रख के मरीजों की खिदमत कर रहे हैं, लोगों को उपचार कर रहे हैं, वो जब अपने घर में, अपने लोकेलिटी में, अपने गांव कस्बे में जहां वो रहते हैं वापस जाते थे तो उनका बहिष्कार होता था, नोटिस लगा दिया जाता था। ये बहुत गलत बातें भी हुई।
कोरोना का संकट आया, उसकी विशेषता हम जानते हैं कि न इसकी भौगोलिक सीमा है, न इसकी समय की सीमा है। नथिंग कुड बी प्रेडिक्टेड। ऐसी स्थिति में जब विश्व समुदाय इसकी चपेट में आ रहा है तो एक विश्व के जननायक के रूप में, एक दृष्टि से भारत के जननायक और वैश्विक जो भी एक प्रभाव क्षेत्र माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का बना है, उन्होंने इनिशिएटिव लेकर सार्क के सारे सदस्यों की एक बैठक बुलाई। न केवल बैठक बुलाई, सार्क के लिए एक फंड निर्माण करने की पहल की और उसको सार्क देशों ने, क्योंकि सार्क देश ज्यादातर अविकसित देश है, तो उन्होंने भी बहुत अच्छा प्रतिसाद उसको दिया, रिस्पांस दिया और पहल सफल हुई। उसी तरीके से G20 राष्ट्रों के बारे में उस बैठक में भी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने कोरोना केंद्रित उपायों की चर्चा की और उस बैठक का भी लगभग विषय एक ही रहा कि कोरोना पर हम मात कैसी करें। लगभग 150 देशों में हाइड्रोक्लोरोक्विन की सप्लाई भारत सरकार के इनिशिएटिव से हुई। पीपीई, मास्क इत्यादि का वितरण वहां भी हमने बहुत बड़ी संख्या में किया।
And Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu also on Wednesday directed the government to check the veracity of allegations that a technology company with links to China is monitoring prominent Indians and organizations in its global database of foreign targets. The chairman's direction came after member K.C. Venugopal raised this issue during Zero Hour. Making a zero-hour submission, member K.C. Venugopal cited a news report on allegations of Chinese tech spying on Indian leaders. He asked the government to step in, open an investigation and take the initiative for a global dialogue.
Indian Express reported that a Shenzhen-based technology company with links to Chinese Communist Party and Chinese government, tracking over 10,000 Indian individuals and organizations in its global database of foreign targets. This includes, sir, very shocking thing, the President of India and also you, sir, Vice President of India and the Prime Minister of India,
right,
and the opposition leaders including Congress President is there, and Chief Ministers, MPs and Army Chiefs and industrialists. This is a major area of concern, sir. I would like to know from the government whether the government has taken note of it. If so,
right,
what action has been taken by, because
Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu admitted the seriousness of the matter.
Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, please take note of this. It has appeared prominently. So inform the concerned minister and see what can be done and find out the veracity also.
The government assured the House of taking up the matter seriously. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV. And that's the wrap on this edition of Rajya Sabha News. Thanks for watching.